I really hope that wasn't on the air. That would be great.
Yeah,
Jason Bateman hanging out our last night here at the Hard Rock. Dane Cook, hilarious, going to come out in a little bit. Juliet and the Licks as well. Richard Cheese, thank you very much, is over there. I wanted to mention this movie, Dodgeball. I think Old School is like the funniest movie to come out in a long time.
Yeah.
And Vince Vaughn is in this movie Dodgeball, and you're in it as well?
Yeah, I'm Ben Stiller. And Christine Taylor, who's hilarious. Yeah, it's about a dodgeball tournament, so it's not going to be sweeping the Academy Awards. However, you get yourself a lung full of marijuana, and I think you're going to be all set in there.
Yeah. All right. And you're in it, right?
And I'm in it. I play one of the two television announcers at the big contest, and you know, like in Best in Show, the Fred Willard character, and so I play like that dumb guy. You know, like I've got a dodgeball tattoo on my neck. I'm like this old like dodgeball champion, like some X Games tragedy, and everything's bro and dude, and it's really, really stupid.
I cannot wait to see this movie.
Yeah, get the good pot and then go enjoy yourself.
Good, right. It's just this funny with swag.
Yeah.
All right. There are two very big reasons why our next guest is on the cover of FHM magazine: her smile and her personality. Ladies and gentlemen, Brooke Burke.
I like the way you do that right there. Swishy hips when you walk in, make me stare right there. What you do right there.
Make yourself at home. That's a lovely,
thank you.
That's a lovely top you're wearing there.
Vegas.
I like it. I
Thank
like
you.
it. It's nice. Thank you for being here. I should mention, do you know each other from Dodgeball?
We don't, and actually the difference between us is my whole opening scene of the movie just got cut out. So I was actually really glad to hear what you said.
What happened? What do you mean? You were in the movie.
I shot the opening scene with Vince Vaughn. We had a blast. He's such a great guy. He gets a bad rap, but he's so much fun.
He's the funniest guy I've ever worked with.
He's the best. Yeah.
He's great. We had a really good time.
So you shot a scene, the opening scene of
We shot
Dodgeball?
the opening scene, big segment, very funny stuff. And, you know, it just happens.
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't show up at the premiere waiting for my part.
And then they took that scene, and that's the only scene you're in, and it's cut out of the film?
Cut out, gone. Cutting room floor, I just found out.
Oh, well, that's
It'll be on the DVD, no doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should ask. Is there any, Jason, you might know this, can Brooke ask for the actual piece of film that's on the floor and ask for it?
Just use it for my reel.
Just to keep, just to hold on to it.
Oh, I'm on that already, yeah.
Oh, well, that's all right. How difficult has it been for you to sort of just get away from the whole, like, Wild on E thing?
You know, it's tough. That show was so much fun, and so many people watched it that I think in a lot of people's eyes, I will always be the Wild on girl. So it's been really challenging. But I've done some other films this year and a bunch of different guest spots on TV. But it's funny, when I went in and read for Dodgeball, I went in on so many meetings, and they finally brought Vince and I in together to see how our chemistry was and how we looked together. And I think Ben Stiller and the directors originally had said, well, you know, she's the Wild on girl. It kind of takes her out of the movie. And I was like, tell me something else. Tell me I'm not blonde, or tell me I'm not this or that.
That's hindering.
Yeah, I mean, we all have to move on from that. But, you know, I finally shot it, so.
Right. Well, it's also a backwards compliment because of the impact of that show and what you did going around the world. Like, McCurrency in Ibiza should be your face. Like, I mean, that's just...
It was so much fun. I really had a blast on that show. It was really, really good times.
Right. I've never been, but I
And
definitely
so many
have to go.
great shows that we did here in Vegas.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, just...
You probably can't even go out of it. Can you go to the pool in Vegas?
It's a little tricky. It's kind of tough. But it's fun. I'm actually coming back here with my family next week. We come here to vacation and hang out, but there were so many events that I hosted here. It's really funny. Sometimes, you know, when you get a nationwide contest where they bring in winners from all over the country, you never know who's going to show up for these big parties that we used to do.
Right.
And we did an event where we were doing a club crawl, and they have a lot of new lounges here. You know, you can kind of come into Vegas and go to dinner and go see a show and have fun in the clubs.
Right.
And I showed up for this huge event, and it was like grandmas and grandpas and moms and dads, and we had this whole wild evening.
Was it bingo night? What happened?
No, we had an evening planned of like carte blanche, booze, lounges. We had the whole club crawl planned. It was
But the Vegas old people came out?
No, those were the people who won the contest.
Oh,
so you know, you never know what's going to show up when
I prefer drinking with old people. I got to be honest, like the really old people on the oxygen. They're just there, and you're like, what,
yeah, right?
What was Vegas like back in the 30s? And it's like
exactly.
I want to talk for a second about your husband, if that's okay, because he's like the premier plastic surgeon. He appears on Extreme Makeover, and he's so good at what he does. If like I gave him, let's say, Jason Bateman, how much time would it take your husband to make him a fully functioning woman?
Whoa. I'm really glad that he doesn't do that surgery.
He doesn't do that?
It would be a very special two-parter.
You know, he's so busy, but one of the great things about him is he's very conservative, and he constantly sends people away, and he's not one of those doctors that will just do anything.
Right.
You know, he always had a busy practice, and now that he's the extreme makeover doctor and you throw in a little celebrity, the show's doing so well, there are so many people that come up to us and come up to him, airports and moms in the neighborhood, I mean moms at school.
Because he's famous, he's like the best at
everywhere
this.
we go. I mean, there was a time when no one talked about plastic surgery, and now everybody is open about it.
Right.
And people want just public consults.
It's a great idea. There's a new...
Dr. Fisher, Dr. Fisher,
Yeah,
can
and
you help
does
me?
it ever happen where like public or in an airport when they say like Dr. Fisher and they sort of inquire about what he does and maybe I'll come down and see your work and he's standing there with you and he could just be like, well, my work, well,
I'm
ta-da!
thinking, you guys know
and
what I
you're
look
there.
like before?
Does that ever happen?
Not really. I mean, I don't really know what people think sometimes. I think, you know, I've had 2 babies and I work really hard, I eat healthy, I work out.
Right.
I think a lot of it has to do with genetics, but I think when people learn that my husband is a plastic surgeon, they're like, oh,
yeah,
okay.
they just assume that. I want to mention before you go the latest issue of FHM, which stands for him, magazine. There's
That's right.
Brooke. Brooke, it says there, I hate wearing bikini tops.
Don't you
Did
love
you get
those
that?
captions?
That's a nice.
I never said
I hate when you wear bikini tops too.
So do I,
That's,
Carson. So do
yeah. This is nice. This is on stands now, so we'll all pick this up. You're a
Thank
sweetheart to
you.
be here in Vegas.
Thank you. It's
Good
good to
luck
be
with
back.
everything. Thank you very much. Brooke Burke, everybody. Here's the magazine, FHM. Of course, Jason Bateman, the one and only. Check out Arrested Development Sundays after The Simpsons on Fox. We'll be right back with Dane Cook.
Can't explain all the feelings that you're making me feel.